can say this word fuzzy is what? Not clear. Anything that is not clear, that is named as, you can say, we can consider as fuzzy. Not clear kind of things, that is, you can say, as fuzzy. And you can say this not, you can say, clear kind of things, can we name this as uncertainty? This is not clear. Yes. And what is the uncertainty? So can we consider this one is also for the one of the, you can think, procedure for the handling of the uncertainty. This is, you can say, it is also going to be considered for the handling of the uncertainty. So till now, how many types of ways, with that ways we can handle the uncertainty? So when you got the meaning of this word, then you clearly conclude that it is one way to deal with the uncertainty. Till now, how many ways to deal uncertainty? Yesterday we discussed that one is called probability. Second we discussed called, you can say that certainty factor and rule-based system. And this is, you can say, next one is fuzzy logic. Next one is, you can say, fuzzy logic. And you can say one thing that is not in syllabus, but that is also used for the uncertainty, that is called the entropy. And this entropy is what? Degree of randomness. This is not in your syllabus, but is, you can say that this is, you can say, one more type of the ways with that we can deal the uncertainty. So you have, you can say that this entropy is also like this. So till now, in this word or in this real world, we have these 4 ways. With these 4 ways, we can deal the uncertainty. These 3 in your syllabus, 1, 2, and 3, but it is not in your syllabus like this. But you have knowledge of this one, for, you can say, just for informative kind of way. So are you getting this one, guys, till now? What is, you can say, this fuzzy, and for which we are going to use this fuzzy logic? Yes or no, guys? Okay, so this is the, you can say, that introduction of that word fuzzy. And you can say this fuzzy logic is used for dealing of uncertainty. Now, what is the, you can say, important thing in the fuzzy logic? So first important thing in the fuzzy logic is fuzzy set. The first important thing we have to discuss in the fuzzy logic is what? Fuzzy set. So as we already discussed that, you can say it is the set, you can say it has some values, you can say like this 1 comma 0 like this is the set values. And in this set values, we don't have the sharp boundaries. It means, you can say that we are not, you can say, 100% sure whatever the values inside that particular set like this. So the fuzzy set is what? A set that does not have the sharp boundaries like this. You can see this, the 1, 2, 3 is, you can say, one sort of the set. This is, you can say, 1, 2 is also one of sort of the set, and 1, 0 it also one sort of the set, and this is true comma false, this is again another set like this. So like this, you can say this fuzzy set also. like this is the fuzzy set also. Now next is what is fuzzy logic. Now what is, you can say, fuzzy logic. So fuzzy logic is method for the reasoning, and that method is going to be used for the dealing of the uncertainty. And in this dealing of the uncertainty, we have the fuzzy sets, and in this fuzzy set we are going to describe the membership of any particular statement or sentence like this. So this is, you can say, very you can say well defined definition that is for the fuzzy logic. So it is method for the reasoning. It is method for the reasoning. This is important one, guys. You have to be, you can say, focused, because I already says that in chapter number 7 you have to focus on one topic is the probability, second topic is, you can say, fuzzy logic. One topic is what? Fuzzy logic. So that point of view, it is important. So here is, you can say that as the example written is like this. You can say Ashish is tall and heavy. So you can say this is the one example. So in this one, you can say that one word is the tall and one word is the heavy. So you can say what will be the value that can be considered as a tall, and what will be the value that can be considered as a, you can say, heavy. So it means for this one we don't have the clear cut values, and for this one is we also don't have the clear cut values. So like this we consider this one is example of the fuzzy statement. Are you getting this one? What is the fuzzy logic, guys? Are you getting this one? The fuzzy logic is, you can say, method for reasoning, and it is used for the uncertainty. And for this we have a set called, that is the fuzzy set, and in this fuzzy set we are going to describe the membership of any particular statement or sentence. Are you getting this one, fuzzy logic? गाइस हाँ ना कुछ तो बोलो. Okay. So now you can see here in the definition, the mentioned thing is what? Reasoning. So to do this reasoning, we need some sort of the system. We need some sort of the system. So this fuzzy logic have a system that is called fuzzy inference system, or you can say engine. For this reasoning purpose, the fuzzy logic have one sort of the system or one sort of the engine that is called fuzzy inference system or fuzzy inference engine, like this. So what is inside this fuzzy inference engine or system is, we have to see. So in this fuzzy inference system, FIS, so we have the fuzzy set. So for that fuzzy set, values are, you can say, 0s to 1, and here is, you can say, some sort of the another set that is the crisp set, and in this crisp set you can say that specific values. So we are having the set like this. It means some sort of the specific value. So in this we are giving some input. It means from that particular set we are giving some sort of the input. And for this input, we are having the, you can say, one unit called fuzzy inference unit. So this fuzzy inference unit is going to take the input, and whatever the knowledge, or you can say whatever the data fed inside this knowledge base, that is going to be applied on that particular input. And after this, we are going to take the decision. After this, we are going to take the decision. So in this decision, we will get again the fuzzy values. So that fuzzy values is again going to be converted into the crisp values, and that is considered as the final output. That is considered as the final output. It means what we did, we simply pass the, you can say, input You simply pass the input, and on this input value, you can say that knowledge base is applied, and after the knowledge base is going to be applied, we have to take the decision. So in this decision, again we are getting the fuzzy value, so we have to convert that fuzzy value into the, you can say, specific value, that is, you can say that the final output. Like this it is going to be work. Like this it is going to be work. So in this, you can say fuzzy inference system, the key unit of fuzzy logic system is having decision making. This one is, you can say, the important one to make the any sort of the decision and to give any sort of the conclusion. And in this, you can say that the knowledge base also having some sort of the rules, and the rules are, you can say, if then rules, like you can say the rule based system has the same way. And along with, we are having some, you can say, connectives, or you can say ends. Like this, you can say the example given is here is, you can say that Ashish is tall and heavy. So here is what connective? Connective is what? End, like this. So in that particular knowledge base, we have the some sort of the connective. That connective can be either or end. And this is, you can say, essential for the, you can say, conclusion, you can say, for me, like this. So this is the little bit description of the fuzzy interface unit, or you can say fuzzy interface system, or fuzzy inference engine, like this. Are you getting this one? Simply what we did in this one, we passed the input values. We pass the input values. That input value is processed by the fuzzification unit, and this fuzzification unit process that input value with the help of the whatever the knowledge fed inside the system. And after that, you can say decision making is done. And when the decision making is completed, we again have to convert that value into a specific value. That specific value is going to be known as the final output. That specific value is known as the final output. So this is, you can say, this much discussion for the fuzzy logic is enough. What is, you can say, in your syllabus also, the fuzzy logic is for the, you can say, introduction point of view also. And if you study that much fuzzy logic, that is enough for the, you can say that our subject, or you can say for your exam also. So are you getting this one, this fuzzy inference system? So here is, you can say that the questions can be, which one is or are component of the fuzzy inference system. यहाँ से simply question क्या form हो सकता है? What is the, or what are the component of the fuzzy inference system? So how many components you are seeing? 4 components. One is the knowledge base, one is the fuzzification unit, one is the decision making unit, and one is the defuzzification interface unit. So how many components in this one? Only 4 components. Are you getting this one? And again, this, you can say, KB, this knowledge base is having the 2 component. And the 2 component is what? One is the simply database, that is, you can say, in the form of the some sort of the sentences and some sort of the statements. And on that particular sentences or statement, there will be some sort of the, you can say, rules. So there is, you can say, one part is rule also. So this KB has the 2 part in this fuzzy inference system. That is, you can say, one is the database and one is the rule. And that rule is, yes, just similar to whatever the rules we discuss in the rule-based, you can say, system. I hope you are getting this one. Okay. So one more topic is, you can say, remaining in the, you can say, probability. So we can discuss that topic also. So yesterday we discussed that what is the random variable and how many types of random variable we discussed like this. And yesterday we also discussed that what is the prior probability and what is the posterior probability and what is the conditional probability and how to solve the questions of the conditional probability. Like this we discussed. And you can say this is also again example, and we discussed this product rule also, and we solved the example. So there is 2 example we discussed yesterday. And we also discussed that Bayes theorem. So in this Bayes theorem, to get answer of any, you can say this value, total term we have to be solved is the 3 terms like this, or these 3 values we have to know that one. So like this we discuss, you can say Bayes theorem or Bayes rule in yesterday's session. One more topic that is, you can say related to probability, that is called Bayesian belief network. Bayesian belief network. That is, you can say that derived from the same person, or you can say given from the same person, that is called Bayes. So here is, you can say that what is the Bayesian network? So it is, you can say, network of belief. Network of belief. And in this belief, we are having the conditional probability. In this belief, we are having the conditional probability. Like this. So the Bayesian belief network is used to calculate and this joint conditional probability, because there is only, you can say here is not a single conditional probability. There is, you can say various conditional probability, maybe C1, C2, or maybe C3, like this up to Cn. So this is give the joint distribution of the all conditional probability. This is also known as, you can say there is some alternative for the Bayesian belief network is what? Belief network, simply Bayesian networks or probabilistic networks like this. And you can say this belief network allows class conditional dependency to be defined subset of, you can say, variables. It means for this Bayesian belief network, the conditional independencies can be defined in the subset, or the subset, suppose you can see the superset is like this, A, B, C. So that value is defined called B comma C, like this. And it is provide the graphical model of the causal relationship on which learning can be performed. And it is also used for the, you can say that graphical model. And last one is the Bayesian network is used for the problem that is related to classification. You can say in the machine learning, we are having the problem called the classification. So for that purpose, it is going to be used. Last time I also says that this is the Bayes theorem. So this Bayes theorem is also used in one sort of the classifier. That classifier is what? Naive-Bayes classifier. This is, you can say, basic for the that particular Naive-Bayes classifier. Likewise, it is used for the, again, classification. So this is, you can say, this much introduction or this much kind of things is, you can say, enough for this Bayesian belief network. So this is, you can say, whatever the important things for the chapter number 7 we had. So we already discussed, or I already explained. There is, you can say, some sort of the practice questions. So each and everybody try to give the answer for this one. So question number 1 is, you can see what will be the answer for this one. These are the some sort of the practice questions for the chapter number 7. So what will be the answer for this one, guys? If we want the I guess you are not interested to give any answer. So you can say this, I recently explained this Bayesian belief networks, and with these Bayesian belief networks, we can calculate the joint probability, and that is joint probability is joint conditional probability. And second thing is, what is entropy? I already give the some sort of the informative kind of thing, because we have the three types of the things in our syllabus, but the last one we are not having. So just for informative purpose, I give the discussion about this one. So it is what? And degree of the randomness, and it is used for the uncertainty measure like this. So this, you can say B is the correct one, and which is used for dealing with the uncertainty. So I said that the probability is also going to be used, this CF and rule-based system is also going to be used, and the fuzzy logic is also used for uncertainty and entropy also. So you can say the answer is all mentioned. Yes, guys, you all are getting my